This episode is sponsored by ODP Business Solutions, built to address all your facility needs. Visit odpbusiness.com today. As customer expectations shift and digital tools become essential, even more essential, commercial cleaning contractors face a pivotal opportunity. Embrace e-business or risk falling behind. So today, to help us unpack a proven digital roadmap, we welcome Erik Bunaes, president of Endorphin Digital Marketing. He has some practical steps that can help contractors like you attract, engage, and retain customers by using smart, strategic digital tools. Well, Erik, it's good to see you again. How are you?
Doing very well. Thank you, Jeff.
Good to have you back on the program. What inspired you to develop this specific framework for cleaning contractors? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think it is interesting because people often grab the shiny object, and so today or the last many years, it's been social media. So everybody says, hey, I'm going to market my business. I'll use social media, Facebook. I'm on it every day anyway, so how hard could it be? And it's harder than meets the eye sometimes.
I used to know a thing or two about websites and SEO, and as time went on, I decided it's not something I can keep up with, Erik. So I leave that to you guys. So let's start with the foundation. The first step in your series is websites. What are the biggest website mistakes you see contractors making, and how can they fix them? And other details you'd like to share.
Yeah, I think with websites, it, the one of the main things that we see is that people talk about themselves. And you'll see that over and over again on small business websites is they say, we do this, we do that, we do this. And they don't necessarily talk about their customers' needs. And this is probably one of the biggest challenges. In commercial cleaning, there is also the educational component that I think perhaps is somewhat underutilized or underleveraged on websites where, yeah, your building owners know more or less what they need, perhaps, but may not know some of the details. And your members are experts in this industry. Their customers are not necessarily experts in their industry. And that leads to a lot of opportunity, I think, and that can be taken advantage of in better ways, I think.
How can contractors build a strong local digital presence without a full-time team, which has to be expensive?
As the modern workplace evolves, organizations must evolve as well. They need a partner that understands this new world of work. We are that partner. We are ODP Business Solutions, formerly Office Depot Business Solutions Division. More than just office supplies, ODP is a force for change, helping address technology transformation, sustainability, innovative workspace design, cleaning, break room, and more, making organizations everywhere say, oh, when they see how much more we can do. ODP Business Solutions.
It's a common problem, again, because one of the first questions that people are going to ask is, hey, you're a commercial cleaning service. Great. Do you, two questions, do you serve my kind of property, right? A medical office or a warehouse or a school. Those are really different situations. So people want people that have experience in that very specific thing. The other thing is the location. Hey, if somebody finds you on the website and you don't serve their region, that doesn't really help you or them. So it's good to take advantage of what we call local SEO, or just showing where, using the names of the areas that you serve. So you can do that a number of different ways. You can show a map with a circle on it, or you can list states or cities or towns or counties or however you want to list it. But Google and other search engines are much better at matching the searcher with people nearby. So if you say, I need a commercial cleaner near me, Google is very good at selecting websites that are near them, that are businesses that are near them. So that's really important. It's just simply putting the words on your website of the regions you serve.
Doesn't make sense to be seen everywhere as a cleaning company unless you want to be like Amazon.
It's exactly true. It's
Yeah.
exactly true. And, here's where a little tool called the Google Business Profile, what
Hmm.
used to be called the Google My Business, becomes very important because this is a very small free tool from Google that lets you just say, this is where we are, this is our address, our phone number, our website, our contact information, and show more information about your business. And that little tool Google relies on to inform these searches. And so, or search results. So that's a little tool that is every business should definitely have.
Seems pretty simple. So, in Google, it's a Google tool. So, yeah. All right. Um, let's talk about outreach, communication tools like email and social media. How can you use those and talk about those being a way to change the relationship between a contractor and the customers?
Yeah, so those are two pretty different tools in our view. Email is very good for people that you know. So, your customers, your past customers, your sales prospects who you've met and you've perhaps gotten their card, and now you are sort of invited to communicate with them. And then there's like vendors and other sort of friends and contacts and things like that. But those are people you know. And that, so email marketing works very, very well for those kinds of people. And one particular case as well is when in the commercial cleaning industry, you are for very great clients, they're probably already being served by another commercial cleaning company. And so you want to get in there at some point, but you've got to have a way to sort of stay in front of that prospect for when that current provider messes something up or doesn't respond correctly or whatever. So then email marketing plays a great role in sort of nurturing that relationship, kind of nicely staying in front of your target contact with useful information. You're not trying to sell them things via email because then people will get annoyed, but more informing them, showing them what you do, talking, showing them reviews and testimonials and case studies, perhaps, you know, good, useful, informative information for when that competitor slips up and you get that opportunity to get called, your target customer contact will remember you and call you at that time. So that's a great use for email marketing. Social media is sometimes good for sort of the people that you know, but is often better for people that you don't know. So kind of getting in front of people that, attracting people that you don't know. So depending on how you want to use social media and who your target client is, will sort of inform which platforms you use and the type of content that you share. But it's again going to be sort of informative, maybe mildly entertaining a little bit, um, and also showing social proof. Hey, here's some words from our happy customers kind of thing. So that's those are good ways to to attract potential customers.
Makes sense. And to your first point there, companies making mistakes and swooping in and getting that work, that's going to happen. It is.
It is going to happen. Everybody, relationships go sideways for
Sure.
a number of reasons. And, p people part ways with vendors. Sometimes it's not bad. They both
Yeah.
sides agree or whatever. And, so there's always opportunity, even for those real, you know, shining star potential clients that you really, really want to get. This is how to do it, right? This is how to stay in front of those people and sort of build that relationship in a easy, sort of non-offensive, non-irritating way.
Exactly. The fourth step is about promotional campaigns. As I look at this, what's one campaign strategy that you've seen work really well for cleaning companies?
So there's promotional campaigns. So let stepping back here, you want to have sort of these regular communications going out to clients and contacts and in all different forms. So that's videos and blog articles and social media and email and all that sort of stuff. That's sort of regular communication. And maybe there's that sales lead nurturing like I mentioned earlier. Um, but more in terms of sort of campaigns, those are sort of by definition shorter term uh, initiatives where you promote something in a focused manner for a short period of time. So, for example, there's seasonality in terms of your potential clients' lives, right? It can be the weather, it could be school year calendar, it could be, fiscal year. There's all sorts of seasonal changes, all sorts of changes to the daily lives of your potential clients. And so piggybacking on those is often a very good way to run specific campaigns. And these things could be like, hey, just reach out to us if you want a second pair of eyes on your current contract for free, or a free estimate, or something like that. Or, hey, we have a very specific service and we'll give this to you for free to just try out our service. These are sort of, one-time things where we can either give a little bit of service, a try, an estimate, an analysis, some sort of taste of how you operate with your clients and or maybe some free services to just, try this process, try this service. And we've seen things like that work very, very well. And so there's sort of no end to the creativity that you can come up with to try these different things.
We're at the end of our list, Eric. Number five, I believe it is about knowing if what they say, like the proof is in the pudding or the rubber hits the road. So,
Yes.
how do you analyze and track all of this? What are some ways to do that?
Yeah. So, the easiest measurement in business is to look at your revenue or look at the number of customers you have. Well, sometimes we have to go a little bit into the more minute data to sort of see, are we making an impact that will contribute to more clients and more revenue? So looking at things like, are we getting more visitors to our website using Google Analytics? Um, Learning more about what is working in terms of our promotional campaigns, what drives people to our website. So and then the other thing would be email analytics. So are we growing our email list? Are we getting reasonable number of opens and clicks on our emails that we're sending? Are those emails driving traffic to our website or maybe helping us in some other way? So there's a lot of these sort of smaller, we kind of say micro conversions. It's not necessarily winning a new customer, but it's giving us some evidence that what we're doing is valuable and constructive and will help our business over time. And that's what we were looking for, because that will lead towards more customers, more sales opportunities, and ultimately more revenue.